Listen, everybody, this is a very, very special segment, podcast, Coca Vision, live from the Chapo Tunnel. Yeah. My brother, one of my best friends on earth, who I love to death, N.O.R.E, Noriega, nigga on the run, eating. This is exclusively on TIDAL. You can get 3 months free subscription. Woo! Get at me, baby, Coca Vision.
And I'll be back.
Woo!
Well, drug tunnels under the border. Mexican cartels have dug them to funnel their product into our country.
Assalamu alaikum, Joe. Whenever you're in Dubai, we have a zoo in the house. We got tigers called Tiger and Kylie.
Today we have a very special edition of Coca Vision. It was supposed to be the battle of the podcast. It's supposed to be all-out podcast walk. Elliot Wilson declined the invitation. Of course, he would. So we have none other than the podcast king. The motherfucking one of the drink champs. Number one, bigger than Howard Stern.
Hopefully.
No, you bigger than Howard Stern.
In black,
You're
in
number
black,
one.
in the black.
In black, you
black,
number one.
In black, in black.
In black department, black and Latino. No, yo,
black.
listen to me, man. I'm so proud of my brother, Coca Vision TIDAL.
Yes.
Let's make some motherfucking noise for the one and only N.O.R.E.
Well, listen, let me tell you, did Elliot really decline? I'm going to grab some marijuana. I'm just throwing it out there. Just keep it real.
Okay.
The podcast doesn't stop.
Yeah.
We keep flowing. Because listen, go look. You
No
came
one
on
has
my
smoked
block.
on here yet.
Yeah,
You are going to be the first.
Yeah, I'm going to be the first one to smoke on here. I have to smoke on here. On Coca Vision. But let me just tell you something, Fat Joe. I seen the vision for you years ago. I seen the vision for us years ago. One day, I was in a hotel room with Nas, and this is some crazy shit. And Nas says to me, he says, one day they will pay us for our conversation. And I didn't know if he meant pay us or pay, us, like meaning like just rappers for our conversation. And I remembered that, and that's what a podcast is. And I told you that years ago. I said, yo, Fat Joe, I need you to do a podcast.
You've been telling me.
I've been telling you that. And congratulations to TIDAL, because they pay a lot of money. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. And shout out to good people at TIDAL, man. They keep me in business. And
Right.
yo, N.O.R.E, man, it's
Yes.
one of my best friends
Yes.
on earth.
I love you.
My wife hangs out with his wife. The kids hang out with the kids.
Hold on, let me
tell
just say something. I'm sorry, because I got to take over your podcast so you take over mine.
Okay.
Right? All right. If you look at old school mafia people never speak really to each other. Their wives speak to each other.
That's some shit, right?
And that's the shit. Like, I don't have to tell you to meet me at Soho House.
You know I know.
Oh, wow. This is what tell us to me. And I'm
Hey,
just telling
I
you,
wake
that's old
up,
school mafia.
we in LA, it's All-Star Weekend, and I wake up in the house, right? We rented this big-ass house, and when I walk down the steps in the morning, his wife's already in my house.
Yes, that's right.
They got the makeup lady there, the fucking hair lady there. You know, when I come downstairs, I start counting the money I spent already. Like, good morning, ching ching, the hair niggas here, the makeup lady's here, and I'm already like, yo, my nigga, I'm already like, yo, I know they from Miami, so I know she flew these niggas in. I know I paid for this shit. I'm sitting there like, what is this, the Kardashians? Yo, N.O.R.E, I'm so proud of you. Because I feel like I'm very underrated, and I know you underrated.
Yeah.
You actually sold more records than me. I don't know if people understand that. Legendary Crew, CNN.
Yeah.
I was such a fan of yours since the first song I heard CNN.
Right.
And when I found out you was half Boricua,
Right.
that took it over the top?
No, it was the best. It was the best. It was the best meeting I ever had in my life. I can remember you just walking in the studio and you asking. You said because I believe you got shot. You had got shot, right? Yeah. So and I think Pone had just got shot. So that was his first 2 questions. Like it's the weirdest thing in the world.
We met N.O.R.E. Pun walks up to him.
He goes, which one of y'all got shot? And then Pone raises his hand. And then he goes, which one of y'all's Puerto Rican? And I raised my hand. And then if
Pun
Joe was
said,
looking, and then Pun says to me, he goes, aren't you Puerto Rican? And I go, yeah. He said, take that fucking ice grill off your face, B. Because you're gonna be my friend. And it was the first time, like, I never actually, like, I just wanted to rhyme. I never actually seen, like people actually show love back. And the Pun was the first person. He was just like, take that shit off, like, we're gonna be friends. And me and you had already connected, but it was him who actually put us all together.
I met you at the Puerto Rican parade.
That's correct.
I was on the float. Mm-hmm. You know, we fought real hard to put hip hop in the Puerto Rican parade because they was fronting real hard.
Yep.
And we were the first to bring our hip hop. Yep. And then what happened was when we used to do these parades, it'd be millions of people in the street running around the float.
Yep.
And I looked down and it was Jose Luis Chacha. So I seen him and he was like, yo, Joe. And I was like, oh shit, Jose Luis Chacha. I didn't even know he was N.O.R.E. yet. I was like, Jose Luis. So I picked the nigga up. He come on the float with me and Pun. And I don't even know where to begin.
Now, I'll tell you where to begin from there because the thing was I wanted to be accepted by you guys so much because I knew I was, I knew I was dark skinned, right? Mm-hmm. But I knew I was just as much Puerto Rican as you. I knew I was just as much Puerto Rican as Pun. I knew I'm half. So some people might look at me as a half, but my father never told me to rep for half.
Mambo.
My father said, rep, you're a Puerto Rican motherfucker. So, I didn't have a tail. I didn't have the earrings, I didn't have the tattoos, but, and I couldn't speak Spanish, but I felt just as Spanish as you and Pun. Like, I felt just as much, and I just couldn't
Rest in
not
peace.
rap.
Rest in peace, Mambo. You
Yes,
remember when
rest
I
in
shouted him out in my record?
That's right.
Word
that's
to Mambo
right.
and no more niggas and
left right.
Oh, my homie, man.
Niggas was like, yo, Fat Joe really grew up with him. I was like, no, he's paying attention. And that's a beautiful thing, man.
So N.O.R.E. might have thought that we took him for full of shit.
Right.
And one day I'm in Chicago, and he calls me up. I got a show, and he's like, yo, Joe, my brothers is going to be there. they want to come to your show. They love you.
Chicago. Now, mind you, hold on, let me take it from here, Joe. I'm so sorry. Because Joe, Fat Joe is Fat Joe. Like, Fat Joe has always been Fat Joe. He's always been that guy, right? So I'm like, and I always looked up. I still look up to Joe. I don't give a fuck that, I still look up to him. But back then, I was like, Joe, I wanted to prove to him, like, yo, I'm really Puerto Rican. Like, I'm really, 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 really Puerto Rican. And Joe was like, I believe you. But I kept feeling like he was giving me that, yeah, I know, you're one of those, right? Yeah. And I'm like, all right. So then my brother hits me, because mind you, I would never try to prove it. So my brother hits me, and now my brother, they're from the real Chicago. Like, they're from the, Latin,
Can I say?
Yeah, go, take it.
So I come to the lobby, and I'm like, yo, N.O.R.E., where your brothers at, nigga? We going to the show. He said, they there. I said, nah, where your brothers at? He said, they there. Nigga, it's some Spanish niggas whiter than me with guayaberas on, nigga. Yo, we know his brother, Papi. This, that. I said, wait a minute. You know his brother? I'm like, oye, Papa, we know his brother. What's up? I said, yo, this nigga's really Puerto Rican.
No, this is real shit.
Yo, them niggas had the hat.
Yes.
No disrespect. They were the stereotype
Puerto Rican, yes.
The real one.
Like, where people consider Hicks.
No, they was
consider Hicks.
Yo,
that's how they dressed.
Oh my God. when you got on, right? Tragedy.
Yep.
Oh well. How does Capone feel about your success as of late?
Well, Capone, I feel like Capone understands it. I feel like Capone gets it now because of it's certain things, the way I maneuvered and the way I. But the thing is, I want Capone to do Love and Hip Hop right now. So me personally, because I want CNN to do shows for $60,000.
Deserve it.
Or at least 75, 100,000. And the only how we can do that is me being relevant in this world and he being relevant in another world. And that other world, fortunately, should be Love and Hip Hop as of right now.
So we should do that. Get him on Love and Hip Hop. We could do that.
And you know what I'm also doing? I'm announcing it right now on Coca Vision. Never been Eve Rivera. He's never done a video for me. He's from Queens. That's very disrespectful that you were the Bronx guy.
He's from the Bronx.
Eve is from Queens, on the low. Right, Eve? You can.
No, he's from the Bronx. He's from I know him 20-something years.
From the Bronx? You came to me, you told me you was from Queens. At one point.
That might, he probably was trying to get
That's
on or
because
something.
you love Queens.
Oh, you said you love Queens.
But
Lemon Ice King.
No, but this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do, right? The thing about it is, Love and Hip Hop is such a great structure, right? It's such a great structure.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, we only know Love and Hip Hop for the bad parts of Love and Hip Hop. But look at Remy.
Remy did good.
Look at Papoose. They're doing fantastic.
They came off the thing.
So you know what we're gonna do?
What?
We're gonna do the exact opposite. We're gonna do the Love and Hip Hop version, but we're gonna do it where it's real Love and Hip Hop. It's not gonna be called Love and Hip Hop, but it's gonna be me and Styles P and his wife.
It's not gonna be niggas
It's
that we
gonna be
don't know.
fat. That's right.
Because I don't know a lot of these niggas on this Love and Hip Hop.
No.
I don't know none of these niggas.
We don't know these guys, but the thing is, we're gonna do, and we're gonna really, it's gonna really be about Love and Hip Hop. It's not gonna be called Love and Hip Hop. The thing is, I see Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon, he's making an NFL, but it's not the NFL, but it's Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
This is Slime
Yo, Vince
McMahon.
He's still trying to make the NFL thing?
He's making another NFL, and this is Slime McMahon.
Ooh,
Right here.
Yes, Slime, yes,
And
Slime.
I'm saying, I can do this because the thing about it is, I know how much you love your lady.
That's right.
You know how much I love my lady.
That's right.
You know I'm not gonna put you in a position to where you look crazy in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Same thing with Styles P. So this is what I'm gonna start with. I wanna start with people like me,
Styles
you,
good dude.
Styles P.
I love
We're
Styles.
people who we really love our people.
Yeah.
And we're gonna show the other form. And we're gonna be the Vince McMahon out here.
Yo, listen, N.O.R.E.
I went too
I
far?
don't doubt you. No, you
went too
went
far?
great, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I gotta tell them about the time you saved me, right? I'm in Germany, and I'm chilling, all the jury on, and they tell me come downstairs for an interview. So I'm in the hotel lobby, and I got my legs on the couch, I'm chilling, I'm by myself. This girl is interviewing me. All of a sudden, 3 guys walk up. They MMA niggas, like skinheads, right? So they walk up on me and they're like, "Yo, listen, you owe me you owe me $50,000." So I'm like, I don't know what they talking about. I'm laying on the couch. I'm like, $50,000? Look, I got a contract. You owe me $50,000. So what happens is the guy's saying that somebody took $50,000 and told him Fat Joe was gonna perform, but we don't know the name on the contract. I'm sorry, I can understand you got robbed, but not by me. If you give me $50,000, I'm coming to do the show. So when a nigga saying that, he's saying, "Yo, you gotta give me my money." So I jump up, boom, and I'm like, "Yo, my man, I'm not giving you shit."
Right.
Fuck y'all niggas talking about, right? So I get up, right, and I'm looking at 3 MMA niggas, skinhead, cock diesel. You know they could probably fuck me up, but you know I'm up, nigga. I'm like, "Yo, what's up, nigga? What the fuck is up? I ain't giving you shit. Fuck out of here," right? What's crazy is there was this dude, this gay dude that worked in the lounge of the hotel. That nigga jumped in the middle right quick. He was like, "You're not doing nothing. You're not." He like distracted these niggas, right? Wait, I'm backing out. I get up out of there, right? So now the whole Germany is telling me, "Yo, these niggas, the skinheads, they coming to your show. They gonna fuck up the show. They gonna come at you, this and that." And we over there 3 deep, right? So out of nowhere, I get a phone call, and it's N.O.R.E. And N.O.R.E.'s like, "Yo, what's up, my brother?" And I said, "Yo, N.O.R.E., what's up, baby?" He said, "You in Germany, Berlin?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in Berlin." He was like, "Yo, I'm down the block. I got a show from like 8 or 9. It's early. Your shit late at night?" I was like, "Yeah, my shit late at night, but yo, N.O., at least I keep it real." I said, "I gotta keep it real with you, N.O. Think some niggas coming to fuck me up at the show tonight." He was like, "What?" He was like, he said, "Yo, John." He said, "What?" I said, "Yo, it was some cock diesel skinhead niggas. They talk about I got they bread. Nigga, I'm not gonna tell you to come and not put you on, leave you blindsided. There's some drama in the air." He said, "Man, I waited all my life for this call." I said, "Yo, N.O.R.E." He said, "I waited all my life for this call right here. I can save the dawn." I'm like, I'm listening to this thing on the phone. I said like this. I said, he said, "Please, this is an honor for me. This Joe needs my help. Oh my God, you're in good luck. I have 100 of the worst niggas." This is N.O.R.E.
In Germany.
100 of the worst niggas in Germany. They hang out with me here all the time. We'll be at your show. My nigga, them niggas was in there too, the skinheads, but I come out on stage. But when I come out, N.O.R.E. come out and literally 100 niggas with tattoos on their face, all type of wild niggas. Niggas was it was 1,000 niggas on stage with us. Them niggas was sitting in the crowd like, "Oh shit, where he get 100 niggas from?" And he saved me. I said, "Yo, N.O.R.E., you saved me. So I've been waiting to do this my whole life." Hey,
My whole life. No, listen, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I didn't know. I didn't think. I'm so sorry. Look, I'm crying.
You wasn't ready for that?
No, I wasn't ready. Look, literally tears is coming out my eyes because Fat Joe was the dawn. Like when, I don't know if you ever seen Drink Champs where, Daddy Yankee is saying to Fat Joe, he's the leader. That's actually the truth. You actually are the leader of anybody that's Latino, anybody that is, from the urban hood that relates to Latino. You actually are the leader. So I know when you said that you was being funny, but I actually agree with Daddy Yankee. Let me just be honest. Like the thing about that was I could never get a chance to pay you back for being a leader. And when that day in Germany, when you called me, it was crazy because here's the crazy shit that he skipped over. It's me, him, his wife, and my wife is in Billy's eating crabs. Like a week before.
Maybe a week before. We was having crabs, shrimp,
we sitting down
champagne,
eating crabs, and I realized how greedy we both were. Because we was like, damn. He's like, yo, I got a show here. And he's like, so we're not going to see each other. But we're in the same country, but like in a different shit. And somehow, some way, we both took a show, an extra show, where we weren't supposed to be. We wasn't supposed to be there. And when he said that to me, this is what he said to me. He said, I called him. I said, "Yo, Joe, you here?" He said, "Yeah, but I can't invite you to where I'm at." I'm like, "Why you can't invite me?" And he said, "These guys, they're not nice." It was something like that. It was something like, "Listen, nigga, like it might be on tonight and I can't invite you." And I said, "Joe, this is the time. I'm super coming." And I came and I seen the guys and I seen And it was just
Yo, this guy was smiling the whole time.
The whole time, 'cause
He
I
kept
really-
bringing in 20 niggas, 40 niggas, 60 niggas. Every one of these German niggas was talking about they just came out of the jail. This nigga, I'm in Europe all the time. I never even seen niggas like this.
Yeah.
Tattoos on their whole
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like, oh my God. But we went on stage, and guess what? That beef is squashed. Those guys.
No, it was beautiful.
No, it's squashed now. They
Yeah.
totally don't want. Shout out Fareed Bang, my brother from Germany.
Right.
You know, we linked up with my brother Fareed. He got that on Smash.
And big up my Grammy people. Hold on, and big up my Grammy people, because that was the people that they sat there, and when you said that to me, that's who I went to them, and I couldn't believe how many people they had with faces with tattoos. Like I couldn't believe it. Like they just turned around and was like,
These are like, yo, Joe, can I get a sip of the champagne
Like,
or the thing? Yeah, sure.
They was like,
Sure,
Fat
take
Joe
it.
has problems? I was like, Fat Joe has problems. And they just turned around and like they took off their mask and they had tattoos. And I didn't even know this. I've been coming there for 3 or 4 years
real,
fucking with them. And I'm like, damn, I
niggas
didn't
got
know.
real
So I
scary.
looked at crazy. I walked through, I said, Joe, you God. He looked,
yeah,
he
I know.
said, him and his DJ. And this is my brother. And it just felt so good because he's done that to me plenty of, times. And it was a beautiful thing. I'm sorry, man. I got
brother.
emotional. I got emotional.
My brother,
Yes.
you was one of, other than guys that he grew up with, you
Right.
was one of the very best friends of Pun.
Right.
He loved you so much.
Right.
Tell me a story I might not know.
Well, every story, Pun is unique, but one of the best stories is every time I went to the Bronx, he kept trying to buy me an Averex. And the thing about that was I kept telling him, I'm like, Pun, I'm up too. He's like, I don't care. Like, he didn't care. Like, he wanted me to buy me an Averex, an 8-ball. Like, he wanted to buy me something every time I went to the Bronx. And I was just trying to tell him, I was like, yo, I actually have family in the Bronx. So every time I go to the Bronx, it's too much.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be buying me 1,800 different gifts.
Yeah.
So I had to stop. That's the best thing about Pun was I had to stop telling him when I came to the Bronx because he was just wanting to pull up and he would just want to just do something for me. And the thing about that was he was my first, you and him, honestly, was my first people in hip hop who embraced me. You know what I'm saying? I remember coming to the studio. I remember seeing you guys, and let me not disrespect Busta Rhymes, but it was that was the first people who embraced me in hip hop was you and Busta Rhymes, and then Pun came after, and Pun was just like, and he just embraced that I was Puerto Rican so much. He didn't care that I was dark skinned. He didn't care, Even in Puerto Rico, they call me Chocolate. They call me, real shit, real shit. My grandmother was Mamita Celia, and that was her name. That was her nickname was Chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
Mamita Celia.
Mamita Celia.
I'm gonna tell you something, right? Talking about Puerto Rico.
Yep.
I was scared to fly, so I never really was in Puerto Rico. And all these years, I'm doing Puerto Rican parade. I'm doing just repping Puerto Rico to the highest. You know, whatever we do, we just repping the bodies. And me and Pun, right? And then Pun passed away, and it's around lean back time I started flying. And I remember I had my first show in Puerto Rico. And I remember touching down in Puerto Rico, and when I got there and I went to the radio station, right? So I finally get to Puerto Rico. So like they're from Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico's a little island, but we represent Puerto Ricans all over the world, right? And I think there's more Puerto Ricans in New York than there is in Puerto Rico.
I think so too, but I know
Right?
you're going. Go ahead.
So when I get on the radio, the guy asks me, the first question he's asked me, the first question I ever been asked on radio
In Puerto
was,
Rico.
Oye, Fa, ¿por qué tú te crees que tú eres negro? It's the first question
Which means,
ever.
why do you think you're
Why
black?
do you think you're black?
Wow. Okay.
No, this it's the craziest shit,
Right.
right? And I was shocked, but I was like, So what I explained to him in Spanish is like, yo, you reggaeton niggas, y'all represent Puerto Rico in this island.
Right.
I represent Puerto Rico and wave the flag all over the world,
The world.
Africa,
Right.
the whole
Right.
world. I put this shit on my back.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
I respect everybody. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you something where that happened with me too.
Yep.
I tell you, I respect anybody who respects me as a man, and if they black, Spanish, white, whatever they are, it's all love.
Yep.
The second time that same shit happened to me was the first hour I went to jail. I go to jail, right? And in the feds, you get no commissary. No
Right.
matter how rich you are, no matter nothing, you gotta wait 2 weeks to get commissary.
Right.
So now, if your people in there, you good. If they not, you not. I'm in Miami. So there's a little line outside my cell.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, most of them was all black dudes.
Right.
Banana for Joe, little plate for Joe, some oatmeal, here's a soap, here's a toothbrush. Like niggas had a line blessing me
To
like,
show
yo,
love. Yep.
you know, we know you can't get your shit for 2 weeks, here you go. Some Puerto Rican niggas was on that line, right? So now, I'm like, all right, showing everybody love, whatever. I'm laying down in my cell and the nigga comes in. And you could tell that he was a bad guy, right? He got like holes in his face. What's the actor that got the holes? Like James Edward Almost or something.
Oh, okay.
The nigga got the holes in his
You
face.
talking about from Mexican Mafia?
Yeah. So this nigga come in, two niggas come in, a little cock diesel nigga, and this nigga. And the nigga's like, oh yeah, fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, I don't even know what they doing in my cell, so I'm laying down in the bar. Oye, fine. Nosotros te respetamos mucho. Tú y el Big Pong, el defunto. So I'm laying on the bed. I'm looking up. I'm not even looking at these niggas, right? So, because I ain't been in jail before, but I know jail 101 is don't let a nigga in your cell, right? So I'm already knowing, like, all right, this is going to go bad, right? So the nigga sitting there like this. So basically, he's telling me, yo, Fad, I got to tell you in English, because we about he's basically telling me, yo, Fad, we know who you are. We respect you. I know you from New York, where the blacks and the Spanish niggas get along. But here in jail, it's the Spanish niggas, and then it's the black niggas.
Yep.
And you getting, I see you got wild love from the black niggas, but that ain't how it goes. And by the way, I'm the nigga that run the Spanish niggas. He straight up tells me like that. Mira, los latinos son mi hijo. Y yo lo cuido. The nigga straight up talking to me like, I never did. This is grown man in jail. This nigga's telling me all the Latinos is his sons, and he makes sure they don't get abused. He got this and this and this and that, right? So he said, I said, terminaste. I ain't even get up yet. Yo, my nigga, I ain't even get up to say, I said, terminaste. And the nigga looked at me like this. So I pull my legs down on the thing. I said, papito. I'm going to tell you in English. I said, yo, papito. No, matter of fact, I'll tell you in Spanish, then we can Spanglish the shit.
Okay.
I said, papito, la primera cosa que tú tienes que saber es que yo no soy rapero. Y si tú tienes primo en Nueva York, muy importante que tú lo llamas ya para que ellos te dicen que yo no soy rapero. Y yo he estado mandando gente para tanto tiempo que para dejarme que tú me mandas a mí aquí es como darte un Grammy, un Oscar, papá. Yo, I tell a nigga, yo, my nigga, I tell a nigga.
You don't have enough people.
My nigga, I've been running shit so long. For me to come here to let you run me, you would have to win the Grammy or an Oscar. In fact, you're phenomenal. You're the best that ever done it. Nah, I swear to God, I'm telling a nigga like this. The nigga, you have to be the greatest ever lived, my man. I mean, wow. Like, wow. You Jesus on earth, my nigga.
Yo, there's no liquor here. Come on, get some liquor. Come on.
Hey, yo, we got
liquor.
Yo, N.O.R.E. No, I swear to God, I could not believe this shit. Yo, Chop, I'm like, you talking to me? Like, are you nuts, nigga? Like, you have to. But the crazy shit, he was laughing at me like you. He just laughing. He was like, he kept laughing. And he was just like, okay, so I just want you to know, you know, the Puerto Ricans and the Spanish niggas, we ain't with you.
Yeah.
I said, papito, I never asked y'all niggas to be with me.
Right.
I was like, yo, I never asked y'all to be with me. I'm good. I hold my own. That's crazy. So you had
That's how it is.
How you
Because
had it in jail?
see, me.
'Cause I know you
That's
was in
straight
jail.
up. I actually play handball, and I play 21.
But I beat you in handball. But yeah, keep continuing.
No, you definitely
I
didn't beat me
beat
in
you in
handball.
handball.
No, I'm gonna be honest. We
when
were
I came
acting.
home from jail.
We were acting.
No, we were
Fat
not
Joe.
acting.
Fat Joe, we were acting.
No.
Fat
No,
Joe,
no,
we were
no.
acting. I'm going
So
to
I
grab
don't-
some more marijuana. Keep talking.
Grab some more marijuana.
Don't worry. Don't
Listen,
worry.
N.O.R.E, you
Listen.
made fun of me when I came home from jail. You
Yes.
bought a handball
Yes.
and you took me to the handball court.
'Cause I'm
And
gonna
you
be
said
honest.
you came out of jail. We
Yes.
gotta play handball.
Handball.
I beat you, N.O.R.E.
No, I think you beat
It was
me.
a bunch of niggas there
was
like
a-
him. All the
it
niggas
was a
was
bunch
there.
of- it was a bunch
All
of-
the niggas there
Yes,
was.
yes,
There
yes,
is
yes.
proof.
Yes, let me tell y'all something. We, as Puerto Ricans, as Latino people, have to come together and we have to market that handball be put into Olympics. It should be put into Olympics.
It should.
At this point, or stickball. I'll
Handball, handball. I'll take
handball
handball.
first. Handball
Handball is
first.
like
And let
real.
me just
No,
tell you
no,
why handball
handball's
should be in
real.
the Olympics, right? Because if the bigger, even if you're big person, like Pun is the best in handball. Big Mato, you met Big Mato.
Big Mato, yeah.
Mato is ill in handball,
in handball.
but he can't beat me in basketball. But in handball, like handball is designed for big people to win. We need that in the motherfucking
Now, let me
Olympics.
tell you something. I used to
We
always
need
say
that.
to myself, I said, why the Puerto Ricans
What?
gotta always be the kings of not making money?
Mm.
Like, yo, handball, you can't make a fucking dollar in handball.
No,
nigga.
but we got.
I'm sitting there.
But see, racquetball, they make money in racquetball.
No, they make
It's
money
the
in
same shit. Like, isn't racquetball, but it's just.
It's the same shit.
It's the
But
same
handball's-
fucking shit.
Handball, boy. Every Puerto Rican nigga 10 years old to 16 is playing handball.
And they got
we
his,
can't make a
and they got
fucking
their
dollar.
socks stuck in. And
They
they
got-
got their socks stuck in with their little bit of money.
When
That's
you was
how
in jail, you ever caught beef because maybe you was Spanish or maybe you was black?
that was the illest thing. That was the illest shit of me learning how to be N.O.R.E. was in jail. I learned how to. The dude name was Raymond Montez from Brook Avenue.
Ooh, I had to know Raymond Montez.
Raymond
Matter of fact, I know
Montez.
Raymond Montez. He
Yes.
used to play ball. Was
Well,
he
his
playing
brother
ball in
played
there?
ball. His brother played ball. He was his younger brother. I was 14 at the time.
Okay.
We were all in jail. And Raymond Montez from Brook Ave. And then I started to learn people. And I started to learn that jail didn't make me a better person. It made me a worse person.
That's a fact.
Because I started to learn things. Like there was this dude named Chubbs. I want to big you up wherever you at, Chubbs.
All right,
but
Chubbs.
Chubbs was from Harlem, and Chubbs used to take a cardboard box, and he used to put it in the vent. And then in the vent, he's like, look, left rack, because everybody called me left rack. He said, look, left rack, look, these niggas got Oreos. These niggas, and Oreos is big in jail. Like all fat niggas, no. Hydrox, Oreos, Chips Ahoy, there's certain things that's big in jail.
Really
so he was a
popular.
fat Harlem nigga, and he was like, and he kept doing that to me, and I was just like, oh word, I could just run up in these niggas' cell, and I wasn't like, I wasn't a sneak thief. Like I want to take it in front of you.
In your face.
Yeah, in your face, and it was just so much shit I learned in jail that it made me a worse person.
I don't brag, man.
No, me neither.
But I did some pretty big things in my little short time in there. You know, I had a chef. Shout out Chef Junior.
In the feds.
In the feds.
In the feds. Let's
I
be
had
clear.
an Italian chef. And he was cooking me linguine and clam sauce, baking cakes, homemade ice
I
cream.
met some
Watch
nigga that
out.
Fat Joe was in jail with. He offered me a Lamborghini when I came home. There's like some crazy shit like that. He said you hey, just take one of these crazy cars. Does he own a
We saved
dealership
him.
or
Yeah,
something?
we saved him.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool.
Nah,
good.
I saved him. I
Good,
saved him.
good.
He actually was a Jewish dude.
Oh wow.
And the Muslims was leaning on the nigga crazy. And you know, I saved him. You know, he came over, he was like, yo, Joe, these niggas is trying to extort me, this and that. And I went over there and I told a Muslim dude, I was like, yo, man, I said, you see the nigga eating with us, man. I tell the nigga, the Muslim cat, I was like, yo, you see the nigga eating with us? You see the niggas cool with me?
Yeah.
What makes you think you're gonna be able to extort the nigga? And it was like, nah, Joe, I just thought you just say, I was like, nah, you can't extort this nigga, man. You gotta be out your fucking mind. So I saved him. So he tells people all the time, Fat Joe's a good guy, whatever the case. You know, I thought he was gonna hang himself. Like sometimes.
But don't he own like a dealership out here or some shit like that? Like yachts or some crazy shit? I seen it.
It's some rich niggas and some poor niggas.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And yeah, so Chef June, you know, that nigga was cooking it up, legend, man. I mean, like baking pizzas from scratch, doing all type of shit, man. As far as music, man, like.
Yep, let's go.
You came, and you answered back. It's crazy because we in LA.
Yep.
And your biggest first song was talking back to the Dog Pound, right?
What's LA?
LA.
Yeah.
And why you felt like, did you ever think at that point you was ever coming to LA in your life?
I never thought I was gonna go to LA. I never thought that I would ever be cool with Corrupt. I never thought I would be like Daz. I speak to Daz every fucking 3 days. I never thought that. All I thought was at the moment was, all right, back in the days, I'm gonna give you the story. Coca Vision, TIDAL, let's listen. Well, back in the days, there used to be something called a DJ list. Nobody don't remember this. But back in the days, a DJ list, you could get a record 2 months in advance. Remember, there wasn't bootlegging back then. This is prior to bootlegging. That's how old I am. 40 years old. So
amazing.
I'm trying.
Fantastic.
Yeah, let's what?
See you boxing
But this,
every day.
I'm trying. But listen, this is how old I am in the game. Was back in the days, you could get a record 2 months in advance, and it wouldn't get bootlegged. So what happened was there was a dude from my hood. He's one of the flyest guys I know. His name was Chaz. And Chaz came up to me and he said, and he was a dust head, but he was fly. And Chaz, he said, you think these niggas is dissing us? And he played LA, he played New York, big city of dreams. And Chaz was so fly and so crazy that Chaz, what's going on, my nigga, my TS nigga, I see you everywhere.
That's left.
Yeah, that's my nigga. And then Chaz was so fly that Chaz, like, he played us the record, but then he just ran off because he also smoked PCP. But he was the flyest PCP nigga I ever seen in my life, right? Chaz, he rode off, and then he came back. But he acted like he'd never jobbed. So he said, you think they dissing us? And I said, there was no way I could have a stable conversation with this nigga after he did that. So I gave him a 5. And here's the crazy shit. I went to Queensbridge that day. And Stretch Armstrong came to Queensbridge. And Stretch Armstrong seen me, he seen Prodigy, he seen all of us all on 12th Street. I just did Ron Artest documentary, but let's keep it separate. So, and we went to Stretch Armstrong crib, and that's how LA, that song actually got invented. Was I just asked my people because nobody else had a record there. We had already did 3 or 4 different records with Mobb Deep. So we said, let's ask for the record. My man had just played me. His name was Chaz. I said, let's play New York. And when they played it, we couldn't tell if they was dissing us or not. So if you listen to LA, we didn't diss them at all. All we did was respond. But when we responded, they dropped the video. And that's when Biggie got on the radio. He told them, no, Biggie got on the radio and said, what are y'all niggas letting these niggas shoot a video in Red Hook? And these niggas shot up their video, and then their video turned into a disrespectful thing. And that's when our video turned into a disrespectful thing. I'm giving y'all some shit on Coca Vision. I'm just throwing it out there, my nigga. Fat Joe got me. He got me.
No.
Okay. If you understood what I just said, I just gave y'all some crazy shit. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, I'm one of the only
on TIDAL.
I'm one of the only rappers, and I'm gonna give Coca Vision something that I never talk about.
Right.
I'm one of the only rappers that got it in physically with the West Coast.
I remember.
We got it in with the West Coast, and you know, physically, you know.
Right. Right.
We did our thing. You know what I mean? And I never talked about that, but you know, I had to. You know, we had to get busy.
Right.
You know, and it's funny because we cool,
What's
or at
good?
least we say what's up to everybody we actually have beef with
Right.
in the West Coast. And I kept coming out here for years and kept catching beef because of that beef
Right.
for years, man.
Right.
It was like 10 years later that we was like, yo, let's squash the shit. You know, it ain't about nothing. But I used to have to be out here
Right.
beyond strapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, you know, and I never came out here where we didn't have beef. Like, it was always beef. Like, I
was
remember
crazy.
having to pull out guns in the middle of a stadium, like concerts. Like,
Why?
it was 500 niggas coming at me, and we had no choice but to, like, back them down. Do you know what I'm saying?
I remember, pardon me for cutting you off and pardon
Okay,
me
my
for
brother.
changing the subject.
Okay.
But I remember two of the saddest times I've been out here is when Big died and when Pun died. Because remember, Pun died, we had to shoot the video where J-Lo, everybody was out here in L.A. You know, remember? What was the video?
It's So Hard.
It's So Hard, and it was all in L.A. And we had to do that. So this is it's different for me. Like now, I feel like L.A. is a piece of me. You know what I'm saying? Because after Pun, like prior to Big, I didn't really like claim L.A. or want to be.
You ain't like
in,
LA. I ain't
in
like
LA.
LA.
But after Pun, it was just like, it was at that video. It was like, you know what, this is a part of us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, us being Latin, like.
Pun love LA.
Yeah, no, he definitely.
He was like an
and
honorary
Vegas,
Mexican.
And Vegas, yes. He
No,
was
no,
an honorary
honorary
Mexican. Oh,
Mexican.
that's super.
Fat Joe
that's
ain't never
super.
make the Mexicans list.
Yeah, that's super.
The
That's
niggas
super.
can respect me for hip hop, but they thought Pun was Mexican.
Yes, that's super. Yes,
And
yes.
this nigga
That
loved
is
LA.
the truth.
He
That is the
wanted to
truth.
move to LA so
The West Coast
bad.
period. The West Coast period.
Man, we went to
I
the-
remember being in Vegas with Pun, and it was just like, he's like, why you gotta go home? And I'm like I try to give him with so much excuses, and he was like, nah, nigga. Like, but mind you, we're fucking 19, 20, 22, 23 years old. Like, and whatever he said, look, stay. I was just like, I'm in. Like, I had no kids back then. I knew I was fucking
Man, I was shooting
raw,
this.
but
yeah.
I went too far.
You went
I
too
went
far.
too far. Listen, man,
Fantastico.
Coca
Yo, listen,
vision.
listen,
Yes,
listen.
I'm sorry.
So I go like this, right? The nigga, I'm out here shooting the video, not the movie with Mac 10. Every day.
Thicker than water.
Thicker than water. Every
Yes.
day we had beef.
Yes.
Every day, we had beef with somebody, or Mac 10 had beef with somebody. Y'all did.
Right.
Every fucking day we had beef.
Right.
Right? Out here, right?
Right.
And I remember Pun was supposed to have a show here. So it was in like Hollywood. And I was already here. So I'm waiting for Pun. Right? Pun was in Vegas. He was gambling. And
I might have been with Pun this time.
Shaquille
I kid you not.
O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal, every celebrity, anybody you could think of on the planet Earth was at the show. And I'm blowing up phones like, yo, where he's at? They like, yo, the nigga won't get off the table. I'm like, yo, Pun. I'm talking to the nigga. I'm like, yo, Pun. Yo, you got every celebrity in the world here waiting for you. Get the fuck on the plane. Come on. He was like, nah, twin, I'm coming. Yo, send me 100. I'm like, send you 100? Yo, if I send you 100, are you gonna come?
Right.
So we sent the nigga 100, a wire, 100,000. He was still gambling. Now niggas looking at me like I'm crazy. I think I'm gonna get fucked up in LA because the promoter's like, yo, where your nigga Pun at? Where you this? And I was waiting for this nigga to really come. He never showed up, B.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to cut you off, Fat Joe. Let me just tell you something. Pun was the first dude that ever put me on to a wire. I never knew what a wire
transfer.
was. He said, this is some foul as shit. We was in Vegas. He said, yo, N.O.R.E. I said, what's up? He said, you ever heard of a wire?
Oh my
I
God.
said, what? He said, there's something that you can have somebody. They can take it from their bank and they can put it in your bank. And I said, Pun, you gotta relax. You
gotta
know,
chill out.
obviously, I didn't use relax back
I
then.
went-
But I was like, punting, there's no way. And, yo, I seen them get right
tell you
at
something, I went
150,000.
150,000. Nah, man.
I was
yo.
like, what is this?
Yeah, he was so
I went
abusive.
back to my crew. I was like, we're whack. Niggas is getting 150,000 wires. We gotta get our life together. Like,
Yeah.
and I kid you not. When I figured out what a wire was, I said, yo, we were out of control.
We out of control.
Yeah,
I
he was out
said,
of
listen,
control.
the guy punt. I remember I had finally made $100,000 off a punt. That was my PC profit. I made 100. I called my wife, yo, I made 100. You know what I'm saying? You know these artists, D. Shout out to D of the Rough Riders out there, but I made my first 100,000. So as I'm driving from Manhattan to the Bronx, I got punt in the car. He says, yo, twin, you love me? I need to know if you really, really love me. I was like, yo, my nigga, I love you, man. You my brother, this and that. He was like, but do you really love me? So yeah, he said, yo, pull over here. So we pull over at Fordham Road. It was in front of a jewelry store called Gallery 2000. He said, come on, twin.
He want that 100.
My nigga, I walked in the store with him. He made me buy him a Rolex for $105,000. I had to come 5,000 more out my pocket to prove to this nigga I love him. No, he was incredible. No, you can't make $1 off this nigga. Like, they don't understand. Yo, N.O.R.E, he would not allow you to make $1. I, Joe, make money off of everybody else in the universe. Do not try to make $1 off me.
One of the best people that we ever met in the planet. And I just would like to say, because I know this is Fat Joe's platform and your format, and I wanted to say that you did not make me say this or anything, but I've witnessed the Fat Joe, the pun relationship from the beginning, and I witnessed, like, you know, I see all the conspiracy theories where people say, like, you know, Puff Daddy tried to kill Biggie and Suge tried to kill Tupac, and I witnessed all this crazy shit, which doesn't make sense in their scenarios. But it's the worst when I hear it from this, because this is actually something that I can identify with, something that I lived with, and I always, you know, was offended, like, you know, when people, the allegations with you were pun because of the fact I know how much pun loved you. How about that? Like, it's easy to say how much me and you love pun because pun is no longer here. There's not a lot of people who has pun side of the story. And that's what counts the most. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, I am one of them people who have pun side of the story. And I know how much he loved you.
Nah, that's my brother, man.
That was your brother. And I just want to continue to tell you, don't fall down like, you know, the bad. Yeah. Continue to remember that's part of his memory. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I know we'll see each other again one day. And I know we 100. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel completely within my heart and soul. I never felt any other way. At all. And so you, right?
Yep.
When I remember you started doing the songs with Nas.
Yep.
That's when you really was like really started taking off.
Yeah, that's true.
How did that come about?
Well, that's all jungle.
Nas' brother.
Yep. That was all.
Like you and Memphis Bleak got Jay-Z on the remix all the way up.
Listen, the secret to Nas is jungle. The secret to Jay-Z is Bleak. That has always been. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry.
So you was cool with Jungle and he plugged you in with Nas.
Well, Jungle hit me for, I think Jungle was the guy that hit me for the bullets. One day. I'm talking about on some just generic shit, not on some N.O.R.E shit.
Yeah.
And me and Jung been cool since then, and I felt like Jung just wanted to like pay me back a favor or something, and I actually had Nas on the War Report album. That's really what happened. We had him on a song called Music, Make These Thugs Calm Down. And what happened was we did this shit. Trash took off E-Money Bags. E-Money Bags, you know, was the person who brought Nas to the studio. So Nas didn't clear the record for the War Report album, actually. So I felt like it was Jungle's position that came up and was like, you know what? I understand where N.O.R.E was coming from, because we didn't know that, you know, E-Money Bags had brought Nas to the session, so we was supposed to keep E-Money there, you know, and which I was with that, but Trash was like, his verse wasn't right, and Trash was right too, you know what I mean, because his verse wasn't right, but you know, Nas didn't feel that, and so my first solo career, me taking off, was a record called I'm Leaving. And I feel like that was Jungle and Nas, who came to me directly and said, we apologize for, you know, not being on the War Report, but here's our, and my career, my solo career.
This shit skyrocketed out of that. I remember when I was hearing that, I was like, yo, this nigga N.O.R.E on another level, man.
Thank you. And then you came up, and not that far after.
Big, man.
Not that far after.
You and Pun, you came up. That was like a platinum record. That was like, you know, you seen Rakim the other day on Instagram?
I heard about.
The God Rakim.
Okay, I heard about him.
They was asking him some shit. He was like his favorite Pun song. He was
came up. You came up.
He said his favorite, like his fourth favorite song ever type shit.
Of all time as you came up.
No, that's what Rakim said.
Right.
God,
I did say that.
Rakim, I could not believe that.
Right.
So when he was like, yo, Big Pun, you came up, making it happen. From rapping on the corner to possibly going platinum.
Right, that fucked me up.
No, that you know, God, Rakim is like a hieroglyphic.
Yeah, you don't get to see him.
No, he's in the pyramid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If I tell people all the time, if we took Rakim's first album right now and put it out brand new, nobody heard it right now, he'd be the hottest nigga in the game. Right now. And what's crazy is like, nobody's music, you can't take nobody's music from that time and play that shit right now. 2018 and the shit is that ill, man.
No, it's true.
And the fact that he bigged you, I've been waiting for him to big me up forever. I ain't catching big up yet.
Big. I seen that somewhere. I was just scrolling on the gram. I wasn't even looking at for my name or nothing. I was just looking and I seen Rakim say that. He was like, yeah, his fourth #1 record or third #1 record of all time.
All time.
Was You Came Up, and I was like, oh shit! Like,
you know, when you get acknowledged by the gods, my nigga. That's like Leonidas, 300 dollars.
I won a Grammy in my mind. Like, I was just seeing that, I was just like, yeah, I won a Grammy.
I seen you on top of the world. I seen you fall.
Yep, I fell. Yep.
And you always was a man first.
Yep.
And something I respect about you, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my Uncle Fayo. My Uncle Fayo used to own 347 number spots all over. This is how Fat Joe know the whole New York. All of Harlem, all of Brooklyn, Tompkins, Knickerbocker, anywhere you name in Brooklyn, anywhere you name in Harlem, anywhere you name in the Bronx, anywhere you name anywhere, my uncle owned the number spot. Right? When I grew up, I was known as the number boy. And one day they made something called Lotto, which really is numbers.
Yep.
So they went and they shut all his shit down. And one day, 347 number spots. This nigga was rich. At that, they called him in the crib. I'm not want to tell my uncle's number, but millions and millions of dollars. Back in the days when you could do a whole fucking grocery for $2 in the supermarket.
Right.
You get milk, bread, steak, rice,
How you
beans
call it?
for $2.
A compra?
A compra for $2.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They took his shit, all his shit. He ended up, let's just say broke, and I never seen that man complain one time.
All right.
And he's like my biggest hero on earth, right? That's why whenever I fall or something happened to me, I never complain because he taught me how to be a real man. I seen you down I mean, we still have fun.
Yep.
We still
I
ate
never
steak and
complain.
lobster every time.
Yep.
We drink wine
Yep.
and everything. But you never complain.
I'll never complain.
And how fucking blessed are you to have the number one show in the fucking America?
Nah, Fat Joe, here's the real shit. And this the realest.
You're making a lot of money right now.
I've ever done.
Are you making a lot of money right now?
Nah, I'm not gonna answer
No,
that.
yes
You
or
gotta
no,
relax.
yes or no.
If you
Now you
answer
know.
that, then this is too much.
It's true.
But listen, here's the deal. The thing about it is, like I'm one of them race horses. I just want to look forward. I just want to look. They say if the race horses, they look to the left, they look to the right, they fall. So I just want to keep looking forward. Like I understand that hip hop, and when you in this game for more than 10 years, they expect you to be broke. That's actually the thing. Like the thing about you is, we just did a podcast, and you named so many one-hit wonders. These people are hitting me and saying, I'm not a one-hit wonder, right? And the truth is, you gotta relax. You are, right? There's so many, and I don't got no disrespect toward them. But the thing about it is, it's the longevity. And then now, when even you have longevity, you have to do something different. It's just, you can't be the Fat Joe, Flow Joe, Fat Joe. You got to be the lean back Fat Joe. And then when you can't be the lean back Fat Joe, you got to be the all the way up Fat Joe. And then when you're all the way up Fat Joe, you got to be the pick it up Fat Joe. You have to keep reinventing yourself. And that's the thing about it, is nothing wrong with that. The thing is, we have to know that. But so many people, they don't see that. So they just think that it's a lucky thing. Like, I'm not lucky. Like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning every fucking day.
That's a fact.
Every day. And I want to beat whoever the fuck you motherfuckers is waking up at 5:49. I don't give a fuck if you Puff Daddy. I don't give a fuck if you Fat Joe. I don't give a fuck if you Rich Blanco. I want to beat you waking up. Not because I want to be better than you. I just want to win. This is who I am. I just want to just get up and say, you know what? I'm going to do this shit for me and my family. And guess what? I want to help you with you and your family. But the thing about me is, I realize that hip-hop has to exist in other areas. So I said, you know what? I did the most thing that hip-hop you can ever do in hip-hop, and that's sell 1 million records.
Oh,
right?
you've done that.
And this is the humblest thing I can say. I sold 1 million records once. I've went gold 4 times.
I know your stat.
When it mattered. Like, right now, I'm not dissing nobody now, but
right now they're getting away with a lot.
They're getting away with a lot with the streams and all this.
They're getting away with a lot.
But when it really mattered, I really put it out there. So I knew my fans were still there. I just didn't know how to identify with them. I didn't know how to get to them. Did I think Drink Champs, would it be it? No, I would lie to you if I told you. But you know what I did? I said, Fat Joe is my friend. He's gonna sit down with me on this experiment project. And you know who else is gonna sit down with me? Kenny Anderson is gonna sit down with me. You and Kenny Anderson, the first two. And y'all sat down with me. Did I know what I had? Hell no, Fat Joe. But you know what I did know? I know you was gonna talk to me like how me and you talk right now.
We was gonna give him the
real. We was gonna give him the real.
Yeah.
And this is what we doing right now.
Earlier.
And this is what we doing right now.
Scott Storch was talking the real with
Scott.
me. They gotta talk the real. So
can I say something about Scott Storch before we? Because you gotta wrap it up.
Yes,
listen, can I tell you something about Scott Storch? Let me tell you something about Scott Storch. He has the best hip hop story in hip hop, but he can't sugarcoat it. He has to. Lindsay Lohan. What's the other bitch?
Lindsay. I didn't get that.
Lindsay. What's the other bitch? Paris Hilton. He has to, he said he sniffed a bitch shit out her ass. That's the shit. I want to see that movie on I want to see you sniffing
Paris
He said a
Hilton's
Miami.
cocaine out
Yeah,
her
out her ass. I want
And
to
a
see
porn
that.
star. I wanna
Like, I'm
see
gonna
that
be honest.
movie.
I'm just sorry.
I
went
told
too
him
far.
that too. I've been
Okay,
trying. No,
I'm sorry.
I brought it
I'm
up.
just saying. It's my
I
nigga.
asked
I
him
love
about
him.
Christina
I love him.
Aguilera,
I
Britney
love him.
Spears. I tell you,
And just so
it's
y'all
so much
know,
shit.
This is y'all know because Fat Joe came on my podcast. He took it over. It's a fact, right? So he started me on this podcast shit, and I started him on this podcast.
That's right.
This is a fact. And you know what? Big up to the title. Big up to everything that y'all doing over there. I want to big you guys up because you know what we're going to do? You representing title. I'm representing Revolt. This is Black Latino excellence together.
Excellence.
This is Black
We're doing
Latino
it.
excellence together.
Listen, before you get out of here.
No problem.
Because we've had our bromance, our love fest,
Yes, I
whatever.
know. I love you. I'm
I
sorry.
love Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the show is when keeping it real goes
wrong. Okay.
When have you kept it real and it went wrong?
No, I'm going to be honest. Fuck, when I kept it real, it went wrong. I'm going to be honest. Damn, this is the worst story.
I need it.
But me and
need
Big
it.
Pun one
You
day
and Pun.
is in a Fantastic van. Do you remember the Fantastic van?
We talked about, yeah, we know Fantastic in Long Island. We rent the van.
This is the worst
The
time.
first Sprinter.
This is the first Sprinter.
Yeah.
And me and Big Pun, we had I'm shooting Little Jerome's video. All right? So, Pun calls Puff. This is the crazy shit. Pun calls Puff. He goes, yo, Puff, we over here with N.O.R.E, and you should come over here. And when Puff goes, I'm at the carpet, y'all should come over here. And then he goes, no, you should come. And then he goes, oh shit, all right, I'll come over there. And then Puff calls me and said, I'm coming to see you. I said, all right, no problem. But he just paid me to be at his video, the Little Jerome video. He's like, oh shit. That's how great Pun is, right? He's got Puff on his way. But I said this before on the podcast, but I'm gonna say this on title because you guys deserve it. I also described the snow. Remember the snow that I described earlier? There's certain snow. There's yellow snow. There's sometimes grayish snow, and there's sometimes black snow. So we had a fuck off. I was not married at this time, Fat Joe. I want to be clear.
You had a fuck off, you and Big Pun?
It was the Bronx against Queens. Fuck off in the Fantastic.
In the Fantastic?
In the Fantastic. This is a fact, all right?
Yeah, I had a fuck off in the Fantastic.
I have no idea. It's like these bitches came. I was what? He had Don't Want to Be a Player. It's #1 records.
It was all that popping. Hey, yo.
We both platinum.
Hey, yo, N.O.R.E. So y'all had a fuck.
So we went in the Fantastic.
How did it go wrong? Fuck
No, it was
off
like
and-
Queens against the
Kinda
Bronx.
cool.
Right? It was Queens against the Bronx. And then all I know is Pine whispered to Tony Sunshine. But his name was not Tony Sunshine at the time. His name was R&B.
R&B, yeah. His
You
name
know
was
I'm not
R&B.
lying, right?
Nah,
Niggas
Tone
that been down
Sunshine-
forever know I'm not lying.
Tone
Look,
Sunshine was
everybody
Tone
put his
Sunshine
head
was
down.
R&B.
Everybody put their head down. That's
Tone
how you know
Sunshine.
I'm not lying.
Tone
His
Sunshine
name was
was R&B.
R&B at
Yes,
the time.
Yes, he was.
So Pun told him, yo, go get the snow with the super squirrels. And he loaded up the joints. The bitches fucked everybody. And then as soon as they came out the van, Tony Sunshine squirted them.
Start shooting them with
That's
snow.
when keeping it real
With the super went wrong.
went wrong. And it was with Pun. I'm so sorry.
Listen, everybody, this was a very, very special segment podcast. Coca Vision live from the Chapo Tunnel. My brother, one of my best friends on earth, who I love to death. N.O.R.E, Noriega, nigga on the run eating. This is exclusively on TIDAL. You can get 3 months free subscription. Get at me, baby. Coca Vision.
And I'll be back.
Woo!